Hello and welcome to the Citizen Journalist Show. Yes, CJ Youngistan in Mumbai, a city that never sleeps, a city of immense struggles, dreams and pains. Yes, this is perhaps one of India's most hectic metropolis, but is the city's politics and its politicians keeping pace with the growing aspirations? In the next 30 minutes, CJ Youngistan.
My name is Bhai, Mumbai. खाने का, पीने का, मरने का, जीने का, चलने का, फिरने का, उठने का, खेलने का, टेंशन नहीं लेने का, भाई से पूछने का, कसरत पर I am Mumbai. आने का, जाने का, नाचने का, गाने का, खाने का, खोने का, हंसने का, रोने का, घूमने मारने का, भाई से पूछने का, कसरत पर I am Mumbai.
Every day, thousands walk into the city, hoping to chart their individual destinies. By any standards, it's a diverse sampling of humanity coming from different parts of this country. Now, Kapil Punjabi came to Mumbai from Ajmer 3 years ago. Here he is on Citizen Journalist Youngistan telling Megha Mamgen about why he feels there's a disconnect with politics and why Amchi Mumbai still considers him an outsider.
It is a world that many aspire to be a part of. A make-believe world of quick fix-ups, lavish upholstery, practiced lines and fake emotions. The entertainment world where only one magic word works.
Well, I'm a lucky girl. I come to Bombay and I get to be on the sets of a popular Hindi entertainment show, Jile Zara. Well, we're in the middle of a scene. The actors are ready to go into the shot. There's lights, camera, action, everything right here. Well, these actors are lucky. They get to be here under the spotlight while there are hundreds of others waiting on the sidelines for that one big chance, that one break. And today, I'm meeting one such guy.
32-year-old Kapil has been waiting for his time under the arc light. Walking here in the sets of Film City among fake houses, hedges and even a sample temple, one thing that is real for sure is this actor's struggles and dreams.
I am basically from Ajmer, जो राजस्थान का एक छोटा सा शहर है, जो हिंदू मुस्लिम उन सभी की यूनिटी के लिए जाना जाता है और दोनों के लिए it's like very significant for both of the religion.
When you first came to Mumbai, Kapil, did you feel that the city was welcoming? Did you feel that it was easy to get in, find a job, find a place?
It was difficult and sometimes it's still difficult. I find it very difficult and अभी छोटी छोटी चीज़ों में भी उलझना पड़ता ही है, घर लेने से लेकर बाकी चीज़ों तक. कई बार लगता है कि बॉम्बे ने अभी तक हमें एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है. आपको घर आसानी से नहीं मिलता. बैंक अकाउंट खोलने के लिए यू नीड टू हैव लोकल एड्रेसेस. वो कैसे मिलेंगे, क्योंकि वो एड्रेस प्रूफ नहीं आएगा, वो एग्रीमेंट नहीं है तो बैंक अकाउंट नहीं खुलेगा, एक नया सिम भी नहीं मिलेगा.
अच्छा, इट्स द इलेक्शन टाइम, सो आई हैव टू आस्क यू दिस क्वेश्चन. विल यू बी वोटिंग?
वोटिंग के लिए वी आर नॉट एलिजिबल इन टर्म्स ऑफ वी आर आउटसाइडर्स, बिकॉज हमारा वोटर आईडी कार्ड यहाँ का नहीं है. हमारे पास वोटिंग का अधिकार नहीं है. हम लोग सिर्फ चर्चा करते हैं. वोट करने के लिए या तो हमें काम छोड़कर मतलब अपने घर जाना पड़ेगा.
क्या आपको लगता है कि अगर आपके पास एक मतदान देने का अधिकार हो इन द सिटी दैट यू आर स्ट्रगलिंग इन, तो आपको और बिलोंगिंगनेस लगेगा?
आज भी 3 साल और थोड़ा टाइम गुजारने के बाद भी मुझे लगता है मैं इनकम्प्लीट हूँ. बॉम्बे ने स्वीकार किया है, नहीं किया वो तो है ही, और उसके अलावा भी लगता है कि हम इनकम्प्लीट हैं. जैसे मैंने आपको छोटी छोटी प्रॉब्लम बताई, एड्रेस प्रूफ से लेके एक सिम कार्ड की प्रॉब्लम.
कहीं ना कहीं देयर इज दैट मी मुंबई कर फीलिंग, और शायद वो थोड़ा पॉलिटिकली जनरेटेड फीलिंग है, दैट यू नो दैट डिवाइड, दैट आप नॉर्थ के हैं, आप भैया हैं, आप जाट हैं, एंड यू आर अ मराठी, यू आर अ मुंबई कर. डू यू फील दैट our leaders, the leaders that we choose now, this election, they should actually stop this and actually create an atmosphere that is welcoming for people from outside?
हमारी कंट्री की आयरनी है, ये विडम्बना ही है कि हम 66 साल बाद भी हम जाति और धर्म पे वोट दे रहे हैं. हम whom to be blame? नेताओं को क्यों करें जब हम खुद ही मानते हैं उनको. अगर जाति धर्म का ही क्राइटेरिया है तो डेवलपमेंट की बात कौन करेगा, ये बताइए. राजस्थान की सरकार की बोलता हूँ, वो मनरेगा चलाया उन्होंने. अगर उसकी जगह लघु उद्योग डेवलप कर दें, जो चाइना में आइटम बनते हैं हिंदुस्तान में नहीं बन सकते वो आइटम. आपका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी आपको स्ट्रॉन्ग करना पड़ेगा. हम लोग डेवलपमेंट की बात करें तो वी कैन टॉक अबाउट दिस, पर ये बातें चल रही है हिंदू, मुसलमान, मराठी, चौधरी, राजस्थानी, मारवाड़ी, गुजराती, क्या है ये और क्यों है ये?
So do you feel that the political parties are actually in tune with the aspirations that the young person has? We want to have smooth roads.
एक अच्छी सड़क होना कोई बिग एस्पिरेशन नहीं है. अगर आप सड़क का एग्जांपल लें तो एक बहुत बड़ी एस्पिरेशन है, तो बेसिक नीड है यार।
When you're, you know, facing the everyday struggles of life, और फिर आपके नेता कुछ ऐसा बोल देते हैं कि poverty is a state of mind, या जैसे राज बब्बर ने कहा था कि अरे 5 रुपए में तो आप पूरा खाना खा सकते हैं, तो आपको लगता है कहीं is there a sense of anger, is there a sense of that the politician is so disconnected with the harsh realities of life that he has no idea the kind of struggle that an ordinary citizen is facing?
बिल्कुल, बहुत बड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट है, बहुत बड़ा गैप है। वो एक वो शायद हवाई अपनी दुनिया है जिनका कितने दिनों बाद, कितने सालों बाद अपनी जनता से उनका इंटरेक्शन होता है, उनको रियलिटी मालूम होती है, शायद 5 साल बाद होता है या बीच में कोई विजिट करता होगा, पर उनकी बातों से लगता नहीं कि वो विजिट करते होंगे और रियलिटी पे रहते होंगे। वो इतना बड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट है। ये एक लुक है मेरा।
And it's bridging this distance that is needed this time to make a change that would perhaps help Kapil and many other young aspiring actors become the stars in the crowd.
Well, I'm going to take some of those concerns that Kapil mentioned in that conversation with Megha to this sort of young panel here. Sort of. Okay, it's about the youth, so possibly let you have the first word. Is there sort of a disconnect between youth and popular political narrative? But I want to begin by asking you, are we making too much out of this youth, first-time voters, game changer?
There's two levels to that question. One, no, you're not making a very big deal about this because it is a massive vote base. And in a country that has seen an extra 100 million voters register this year, I'm sure a lot of them skew very, very young. It's 120 million new voters. But there's another arrogance to using the word youth voter as if it's one amorphous entity. You don't hear politicians or journalists saying, what does the 18 to 49 middle-aged voter wants? You respect the fact that a trader might want something different and a businessman might want something
and
different.
18 to 49 sort of this one.
Religious leader might want something different. In the same way, different youth want different things. And I think you have to acknowledge that first. So I think we are a big deal, but we want a lot of different things.
Different things, okay.
The other thing that I was saying was, if you look at it, just very simply, we did there was a study that was published some time ago. 59% of schools, public schools, have no drinking water, and 89% of them have no toilets. Now that's a youth issue. That's not a parental monitoring etc. issue. Sure, they've got other things to worry about, but that is, our sports infrastructure is a joke. I mean, we've spent more money on giving statues entire maidans, than just actually building a maidan that people can run on, or even sponsors like
It's funny you should say that, because actual example, I read a newspaper report the other day that said that Shivaji Park, which is a very popular ground in Mumbai, it said that its beautification budget, 80% of it went into creating a memorial for Babasaheb Thackeray. And there's no money left to do anything else with that Maidan that is used by thousands of people every single day.
I'm going to pick out 2 points from what you both said, that yes, youth is a big deal, but youth's not sort of this monolith. A youth in Muzaffarnagar is going to want very, very different things from a youth in Mumbai.
That's what I just want to say, because right now I would like to acknowledge the fact that we're very privileged. Standing here, we're very, very privileged class. For example,
sitting in an AC, there's air conditioning.
I know what AC is. Yeah. No, but on a serious note, like if say for example onion prices go up, huge election issue, and people have lost seats over that, for us we'll still buy them. You know, I will still put petrol in my car. So it's a very first world. We can because we can. But for example, as insular as this may sound, for example, for me personally and for people like us, when I look at reports of price hike, I'm a little cheesed off. If I see something about a cartoonist getting jailed for making a cartoon, that makes my blood boil. That does.
Dipesh, let me come to you, because I think at this point in time, so much of our focus towards the youth is about just going and voting.
Yeah.
What they are going to vote for, how much study they've done about their candidate, whether they've scrutinized the affidavit, whether they know it's a criminal candidate or not.
So I do feel that there is a lot of pressure on youngster to go and vote. As much as it might sound as just go and vote, it's a very complex and a very, very, it's a very confused state of place for a youngster to be in, because he doesn't know who to go and vote for. He just hears things around him which might be false, which might be true, which might not be true. Okay, or he will see an ad campaign worth rupees 500 crores from two of the biggest political party.
500 crores cash.
Black money.
Cash.
Let me put it up that way. Okay. And he will be influenced. Oh, Gujarat mein this X guy has done so much good. Okay, but has anybody gone and checked how, at what scale, and what? Yeah, correct.
Okay. Let me, Meera, you've been listening to all of this, and these are such vibrant views. but the sad part that I see is so little of our political manifestos actually reflect this. The youth was so angry about criminalizing of gay sex, adult consensual gay sex, but most popular mainstream political parties refuse to even mention that in their manifesto. So I would be very valid when I said that there is a disconnect.
And I think you're right. I mean, I think the real issue is what you're talking about is, first of all, people are not listening to what you're saying. I think that's something which is common amongst young people everywhere. And the second thing is, what you're talking about is freedom. It's a freedom to have your own beliefs, it's a freedom to write what you want, it's a freedom to think what you want. And actually that's under great attack in our country. And I agree with you. I'm sorry that this is not in the manifesto of all political parties. Because really, at the core of it, that's what we fought for in our independence struggle. You need to be able to have the freedom of speech, of thought, of belief, whatever that might be. And that is really under attack in our country.
I've covered a few elections, and I think it's possibly the one election where I think talking politics is
It's a pretty cool thing, yeah.
It's I think exciting because of the people involved. I think the personalities involved, I think, make it so interesting. There's a Rahul Gandhi, there's a Narendra Modi, there's a Kejriwal. There's so much happening. There's such different personalities, which is why, I mean, as writers, comedians, observers, etc., it's great for us as well. And I think for the general public also, the way the campaigns have been managed or mismanaged in certain cases, that is very entertaining. It is, especially for young people. Oh, yeah.
Like what's happened now is, and if you're talking about freedom of speech, simple things like Ab Ki Baar Modi Sarkar has become a meme that is working across the internet and is being spewed just all over the place. Right? But
all of that publicity
helps. It helps. Even the laws that we have when it comes to, say, spoofing or making fun of, like literally laws in court are not up to the mark. I mean, I can't make fun of someone without having
to think.
Yeah, there's 70 ways that I can get sued, and there's 2 ways that I can get out.
For me, it's more important, and I think for an average Indian, it's more important. Better roads, medical facilities, education.
We are doing our own thing, but the cynicism isn't our fault. It is somebody else's.
I'm going to bring you straight to this question. What would you like to see in a politician? And I don't mean to get into specifics about what you would like.
It's funny you should say that, because that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see specifics. Because I've read the manifestos of the Congress, I've read the BJP manifesto and the Aam Aadmi Party manifesto. They say interesting things. It's rhetoric, again. It's just rhetoric. It uses phrases like decade of decay and things like that. But I went through 50 pages of manifesto. I don't see one chart. I don't see one table. I see no numbers. I see no facts to engage with. It's
Do we
just
need an
rhetoric.
Excel sheet on manifestos?
I think
That and honesty.
Just honesty. It's very easy to say something vague like we want to get more skilled labor.
How?
Tell me how.
How?
It's very easy to make. I can walk in here and say right now, tomorrow I will change the world, and then go home. But if I don't tell you how.
But I would like to say something, because I feel that manifesto is such a thing that for a political party to write down everything, it'll be practically impossible. It'll become like a 300 pages book. However, I feel that for me what matters is that particular political party's the DNA, their basics, okay? Is that political party based on violence? No. Is that political party based on non-violence? Yes, for sure. Are they talking about honesty? Yes. Are they talking about doing scams and just protecting their own thing and probably giving them tickets? No.
So the
no
intent of a political party, and clearly, I think, Meera, you'll have to sort of give it that no political party has come out all out. Even the Aam Aadmi Party has not come out all out with detailed, skeletal, micromanaged structures. And I don't mean to say put up a 500-page list, but the intent.
I mean, I'll be quite candid with you. Who really reads the manifestos? I'm impressed that you've read it. 28 pages. Exactly. So 28 pages, 45 pages.
So manifestos don't matter.
No,
then why bring them out?
Well, I think you have to, because people do want to know what your intent is. But on the streets, and I can tell you this because we're walking the streets every single day, what really matters to people is what affects them in their daily life. And things like corruption, महंगाई, not inflation, but महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, बहुत बड़े issues हैं, बहुत बड़े मुद्दे हैं. Young people across this country worried about getting into an educational institution is very simple. Can I get admission? That's, question number one. And the second is, can I have gainful employment?
For me, it's more important, and I think for an average Indian, is more important is better roads, medical facilities, education, and if those basic things are sorted, even right now, you go to the rural Maharashtra, access to education is such a pain. There is no medical facility in like 2 villages, 3 villages. Average person has to travel like 26 kilometers for snake bite. Like, if we fix those, I think those are very important, crucial issues. Then we can talk about a lot of other things.
Okay, final word.
I think if you look at it, it is a tipping point. That was one of the points. It is an absolute tipping point because of just the amount of youth that is available. It's always a band-aid solution every 5 years. It's always a band-aid solution. I mean, whether it's even if you look at farmers, I mean, agriculture in this country has now become a joke. It's really a joke. Like organic farming, I mean, what is that really?
I need to stop you here because I'm listening to you guys and I'm really saying you people are completely divorced from reality. Stop giving lectures, come out and do something. This generation of people, I'm sorry. You people need to take some responsibility.
I agree
this
completely.
is your country too.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So
I
get
agree
out there and
completely.
do something.
I agree
Don't
completely.
expect these people, who are you
No,
placing
not
your
at all.
faith in?
Not at all.
You are the leaders of this country.
I get that, but it's just when it comes to interacting with the political
No,
class.
no,
but
no
how-
such thing.
You are interacting
No
with
such
the
thing.
political
No
class.
such
it is.
thing.
No, we are doing our own thing, but the cynicism isn't our fault. It is somebody else's, and till we see change,
Are you
there's
going to
no
be cynical
point in
till
being
you see change?
Yeah.
I think just to add
Yeah.
one
No,
I
no, no,
will
one
be.
second. Are you going to be cynical till you change?
I will.
You will be.
I will
You
have to.
Will you
There's no
engage?
other option.
Will you engage with the political framework, with the
I
political
try.
class? Will you
I-
vote?
Yes.
Will you study before you
Invariably.
vote? Will you
Always.
figure out?
Always.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to shut this mic here, but thanks very much. And I think there are clear strains of disconnect, but I think there are clear strains of connect as well, which is possibly the positive note that we can. Thanks very much, Meera, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Remember, this election has one of the largest number of first-time voters who have registered to vote. And this week, it's the Faridkot band that is asking these youngsters to go out and exercise their right.
गर नलके में है खत्म हो गया वाटर या बिजनेस का बन गया तेरे टमाटर हो गई है अति या पावर कट की ना घबरा उठ तू जरा जा वोट कर 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 गर सिस्टम तुझे लगे है पूरा मैला गुड न्यूज है कि तू अब नहीं अकेला नहीं जान थोड़ा ईमान तू इस सिस्टम में भर उठा उंगली और दबा बटन जा वोट कर 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 केजरू नामो रागा दीदी कितने कैंडिडेट हैं नाच रहे हैं रंगमंच पे मांगे तेरा वोट है नहीं पसंद इनमें कोई तो गरम है लोहा चोट कर नोटा का ही साथ तू दे पर वोट कर जा 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 वोट कर
जा वोट कर।
And the third phase of polling did see many of you come out and vote. You also tweeted us your first-time voter selfies.
That's all we could pack in on CJ Youngistan. Now, Mumbai is an anthology of emotions, of ambition, passion, grit, and determination. And we really hope we've been able to bring you a slice of some nuances, voices and trends this election season from this city. From our entire team here in Mumbai, thanks so much for watching. Your feedback is extremely crucial. Log on to ibncj.com for all citizen journalist related developments.